విద్యార్థులకు నాణ్యమైన విద్య అందించడంలో యూకే ముందుంటుందని బ్రిటిష్ హై కమిషనర్ డొమినిక్ ఆస్కిత్ అన్నారు. ప్రపంచంలో మేటి విశ్వవిద్యాలయాలు తమ వద్దే ఉన్నాయని, అలాగే విద్యార్థులకు ఉపకార వేతనాలతో ప్రోత్సాహం లభిస్తుందని చెప్పారు. మిగతా దేశాలతో పోలిస్తే యూకేలో చదువుకయ్యే ఖర్చు కొంత తక్కువేనన్నారు. తెలుగు రాష్ట్రాలు పురోగమనంలో ఉన్నాయన్న ఆస్క్విత్ అమరావతి లాంటి కొత్త నగరాల నిర్మాణంలో తమ వంతు సహకారం అందించేందుకు సిద్ధమన్నారు. భారత్ యూకేల మధ్య సత్సంబంధాలు ఉన్నాయని, ఎప్పటికీ అదే ఒరవడి కొనసాగిస్తామంటున్న డొమినిక్ ఆస్క్విత్తో ఈటీవీ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ ప్రత్యేక ముఖాముఖి ఇప్పుడు చూద్దాం.
విదేశాల్లో విద్యాభ్యాసం చేయాలని చాలామంది కలలు కంటారు. మరి యూకేలో ఎలాంటి అవకాశాలు ఉన్నాయి, అక్కడ గవర్నమెంట్ ఎలాంటి స్కాలర్షిప్స్ ఇస్తుంది, అలాగే అక్కడ చదువుకయ్యే ఖర్చు ఎలా ఉంటుంది అన్నది బ్రిటిష్ హై కమిషనర్ డొమినిక్ ఆస్కిత్ గారిని అడిగి తెలుసుకున్నాం. సార్ నమస్తే. సార్, how are the educational opportunities in UK?
Indian students who come to the UK to study are there to obviously get a degree, get a qualification. In my view, the best qualification that you can possibly aspire to, because we have very many very good universities. Okay. 4 out of the top 10 universities in the world are British universities. So they're there to get the best qualification. What they do with it thereafter is entirely up to them. They can stay in the UK, get a job, a highly qualified job in the UK, or they come back to India and use the expertise, the experience that they picked up over in the UK back here. And either will work, but it seems to be important that Indian students who come over to the UK also come back to India and work to develop the growth in the economy, in the culture, in the politics, in the media, whatever it may be in India.
What type, you said that quality of education is available in UK. So can you describe this?
From the very, very well-known universities everybody knows of, Oxford, Cambridge, London School of Economics, Imperial College, the very, very top universities in the world. You can study arts, sciences, social sciences, medicine, engineering, whatever it may be. And in each one of those you will find particular universities that are more famous and better than others. That's the attraction in many ways of the university system in the United Kingdom, where you have extraordinarily high quality in different areas of education. So that's the university side, and that's where the majority now of Indian students go. It used to be 5-6 years ago that out of all the Indian students that came to the United Kingdom, about 50% went to universities and the rest went to colleges of further education. Now, today, it's about 90% of Indian students come over to Britain and go to university.
Okay.
So the proportions have changed. The numbers have remained roughly the same in terms of students going to universities.
All cannot afford to study there. And what are the any scholarships the government provide to the students?
Well, we have a variety of scholarships. We have the Chevening Scholarship Scheme, which has grown 4 times over. It's 4 times bigger today than it was 2 years ago. So there are 65 scholarships for undergraduates, and for there are 130 scholarships altogether. And then there are what we call the Great Scholarships, which are run by the British Council, which is 300 of those scholarships. So there are more, in the case of Chevening, there are more scholarships under the Chevening Scholarship Scheme for India than there are for any other country in the world. And the scholarship schemes are there. I don't think the figures say or bear out this assertion that it is more expensive to study in the United Kingdom than it is, say, in the United States or Australia.
So studying in UK is not expensive?
No, I didn't say that. I said that there are some places which will be cheaper. There are some places which are more expensive.
What suggestions you give, sir, to those students who come from India and they want to study there in UK? What suggestions?
Well, my first message to them is you'll be very welcome. It has 500,000 students from 200 countries are studying in the United Kingdom. You'll be coming to a country which has a very high quality university education. It is, in many respects, a passport to future career. You will be coming to a country which has extremely highly rated universities, and you should have, we certainly find from the feedback from students, over 90% think that their studies, the level of their academic studies is very high. You will also find a country which is you should be comfortable in as an Indian student. There's a very large Indian diaspora in the United Kingdom, about 1.5 million.
But the immigration laws, they are very tough. So due to that, those students are coming from India or other countries, they're not coming as in other, and that means they're going to other countries. So what about this law, immigration and visa?
The immigration laws, this is a, if I may say, a myth. It's a misperception. There is no cap. There's no ceiling on the number of students. There are no obstacles in the way of students in terms of numbers coming to the United Kingdom. So it is just not true that there are, as it were, obstacles in the immigration system to come to the United Kingdom. Indeed, for most, if you take the total number of visas for people visiting the United Kingdom in the last year, they went up over 50,000 from the year before.
UK is showing the interest in the new capital of AP, Andhra Pradesh, Amravati. So what are your future projects there? What are your future plans there?
Not new cities in the case of as in the case of Amravati, but lots of areas of urban development here, smart cities, which I believe that the United Kingdom is extremely well positioned to participate in those. There are some particular qualities and expertise that we have in the United Kingdom, from project design, project management, all the way through to specific areas, whatever it may be, intelligent transport. There are a lot of transport problems in some of your cities here, but every city has them. We're pretty good in Britain at dealing with that, but there are lots of other areas which were extremely good on the technological side, in terms of riverfront or waterfront development. You can think of many areas which will be important. This relationship between the United Kingdom and India is what my Prime Minister would call a strategic partnership.
Yes.
So there's a lot we have to look at across many sectors, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, as well as other states and with the government at the centre, whether it be in healthcare or in life sciences, the pharmaceutical industry, or in helping develop the domestic defence industry.
One final question I want to ask you. United Kingdom India Educational Research Initiative. This was started in March 2006, I think so. Okay. So how far it was successful?
I think it's been enormously successful. It's had 2 phases. It's just started in April, the 3rd phase. So it's had 2 phases of 5 years. That's 10 years, as you say, and it's just starting a 3rd phase. It's managed to train up in those first 2 phases, I think 25,000 exchanges of students, academics, research people. So that's an extraordinary achievement, and it's developed. What is important is it's helping develop not just the exchanges of people, but the building up of the institutional links. And as it starts this 3rd phase, I think it will probably focus, you'll find in this phase, on the longer term projects, the longer term building up those leadership capability projects inside between faculties.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Great pleasure. Thank you.
యూకేలో విద్యకు అపార అవకాశాలు ఉన్నాయని చెప్పేసి బ్రిటిష్ హై కమిషనర్ చెప్తున్నారు. అంతేకాదు నాణ్యమైన విద్య కూడా లభిస్తుందని చెప్పేసి ఈ అవకాశాన్ని భారత్లోని విద్యార్థులు ఉపయోగించుకోవాలని చెప్పేసి ఆయన చెప్తున్నారు. కెమెరామెన్ రమేష్, నవీన్, మల్లికార్జున్తో రవిచంద్ర, ఈటీవీ న్యూస్, హైదరాబాద్.